Welcome to the Black Flame Signal, a channel where we talk about all things black magic, change, reality, metaphysics, esotericism, occultism, and the like. So I'm going to make this video. I'm starting this channel because it's time to teach. I know it's my time to teach. I have earned the archetype of black magic teacher. That's the way to say it. I'm not stumbling upon my words. I am being very careful with the way I use words and what I talk about in these videos, so bear with me. Have patience. I am a teacher that thinks before he speaks. I slow down and formulate what I'm going to say before I say it. That's how we're supposed to speak, not just as verbal diarrhea of the mouth where we just spew out nonsense over and over. That is the majority of the problem with most people in reality. I used to be one. I can say that so I can talk about it. Verbal diarrhea. Non-stop energy leakage. Just saying shit to say shit to hear yourself speak. This is a channel that teaches magic from the left-hand path perspective. Someone on the path for self-deification. This is black magic. Now, black magic is not evil, as Western culture and religion specifically, I'm calling you out, Catholicism and Christianity wants you to think you believe. I'm not here to advocate and fight for black magic. It does it on its own. It doesn't need me. It's a system of energy with form and foundation. It's been doing it long before me and will continue to do it long after I've left this earth. So there's no need to waste time and energy to stick up for it. So, as you clicked on the title of the video, you saw, what is magic? That is the question. I made an AI video of an avatar talking about that before to get the universe primed ready for this video. By the way, thank you for clicking on this video. I know we're already into this a bit and I haven't introduced myself. But that was just a little introduction there. My name is Chris. We'll stay at that. I will eventually be on camera, but I'm waiting for some things to transpire and unfold before I start making videos showing my face, which I will do. I also have a Substack with the same name, Black Flame Signal, because that's what this is. We're a signal for the Black Flame, broadcasting information into the ether to awaken and grab those who already know the truth, who can see past the lies and understand that this is nothing but bullshit. That reality is just what I said. Reality is bullshit. Why do I say that? Because if you truly mastered yourself and destroyed who you are, walked through the abyss, many people claim they have crossed the abyss, but they haven't. Integrated the shadow completely and destroyed the ego, which the right-hand path says you can't do, which is a lie. Then you would understand. Maybe you feel that call. You feel that hunger to learn more. Well, that's the ego. The ego wants knowledge. Because the soul already knows the answers. It's in the shadows. The part of yourself you were told by modern slavery, we'll call that modern mental slavery, known as organized religion. Predominantly, if you live in the West, Christianity. In the East, Islam or Judaism. Judaism is its own form of magic, which they're not telling you. It's a right-hand path for them. Hide under the disguise of monotheism. They are not monotheistic, they just tell you they are. They chose a god. That's their rule. That's their true lineage. But they don't tell people this. They hide it in the shadows. Because in the shadows is where the power is. That's why so many magicians operate in the shadows and hide their face on YouTube. Some of it because they're, what's the word? Lack of confidence. Many channels just are people regurgitating books they've read, and they have their followers. They will last. They will crumble and fall because it's not built on a solid foundation. You ask them about energy, they don't know energy. Matter of fact, I was inspired to start making talking videos today because I saw this one guy's channel. I'm not going to say his name, not because I'm afraid to speak his name, but because he doesn't need any more attention. And when you speak someone's name or something name, you give it form and you direct that energy. Because that's what magic is. It is the manipulation and the control and the directive energy. It's not some Harry Potter hocus pocus go to Hogwarts and make something appear out of your anus. No, that is not magic. It's not magic at all. Magic is many things. I've seen and read so many, how do I say this? Poetic comments on YouTube, if that's a thing. Magic is everything, magic is nothing, and magic can do whatever you want. Some type of teenage living in his mom's basement thinks he understands the world but doesn't know nothing. Anyone under 38, nah, scratch that. Anyone under 43 doesn't know their ass from the hole in the ground. I will say that again, and I will probably offend a lot of people. And to be honest with you, you can just get over it. Because I am uncancelable. Anyone under the age of 43 basically is full of crap, full of ego, and doesn't know anything. Why do I say this? Well, because in magic and in reality, if you really want to learn magic and to deconstruct reality and understand timeline magic and the magic of decision making and how to collapse timelines and create timelines that you control your own reality based on your codex law, then listen. If you don't, if you just want mumbo jumbo stuff you can buy at Starbucks with unicorn farts and frappuccinos that are overpriced, then you're in the wrong place, because this is not what you're going to find. This is a credential spiel. I'm spilling my credentials. I am not bragging. I am not boasting. I am not giving you ego. I am, we'll say, an adept, an advanced adept in the dark arts, the dark magic, the black magic, stemming from the discipline of Kemet, so Kemetian magic. If you don't know where Kemet is, I will not speak the blasphemous name that was given to it by the Greco Empire. Use Google, besides something for looking up your porn addiction. It's where we get the word chem, chemistry, alchemy, and anything else in English with a CHEM prefix. Now, what is magic? 10 minutes into the video, into the podcast, or whatever you want to call this, I'm getting to the point. So, the people that don't want to be initiated and don't want to stick around and actually learn knowledge have left. The real ones are left. Magic is not what you were told it was. Magic is not casting sparkly spells from a wand you bought at a Renaissance fair. It isn't begging the universe for a parking spot. It isn't about special, gifted, or chosen. It's not cute. It's not even fucking pastel. And it's definitely not safe. If the first word that comes to mind when you hear magic is manifestation, congratulations. You've already been misled by the candy-coated corpse of modern spiritual consumerism. Magic is older than language, older than myth. It is the raw power behind survival, transformation, death, decay, and rebirth. It is not reserved for priests, mystics, witches, or academics. It is not a secret, hidden in ancient books. Magic is reality manipulation through intentional, energetic interference. It's a means of altering the layer of seen and unseen structure that uphold this thing you call reality. To practice magic is not to believe in fantasy, it is to engineer reality from behind the scenes. So let's get into some core definitions of magic, and let's bring up the old Aleister Crowley. Now, Aleister Crowley was a very advanced magician, operated from pure ego, went crazy because he operated from ego. He didn't cross the abyss, didn't do anything he wanted to do, but created Thelma. If you're into dogmatic religions, which I am absolutely not, I'm a left-hand path black death magician. I work with the death energy. I'm a necromancer. I am a vessel for the dead. I do timeline magic. I do alchemical magic. I do a lot of different types of magic. And I've got my magic where it needs to be, and I'm ready to teach. And I think it's time, because we all know that YouTube is full of bullshit. Like George Carlin said. Bullshit. So let's get to the bones and the core definition of what magic is. According to Aleister Crowley, magic is the art and science of causing change and to occur in conformity with will. Now that's a lot of hocus pocus, pun intended bullshit. What does that mean? Besides some guy trying to make himself sound real wise and intelligent, it basically means if you will something, you can change reality. If you're a black magician, you walk the left-hand path. See, that's what people do not understand. They use this. Use this phrase over and over and over. I mean, you got people in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn still using that broken system and saying magic is the art of science of change, of causing change to occur in conformity with will. Well, you're not changing anything because you're a fucking right-hand path, Universe A, white fucking magician. Let's call that what it is. See, that's the major problem in today's online community of magicians that know everything. Just fucking ask them. They're using white magic techniques, mixing it with black magic and going fucking nuts and can't get results. Okay, if you read my article on Substacks, I don't know if I posted it yet, but I will post one in the future about juxtaposition in black magic. How juxtaposition is really important and needed in black magic operations. For example, if you're doing a death rite, you might burn what is called Palo Santo, incense, holy wood. It counteracts the death. If you're cursing someone, you might curse them while feeling the sentiment of love. And why would you feel love while you're doing black magic? Because you don't want to go fucking crazy. It's none of this bullshit from the Wicca. Oh, you send this out, it comes back 3 times. That's fucking bullshit. What governs this universe is what the Committans call the laws of Ma'at. Now, if you don't know the laws of Ma'at, it basically goes something like this. Energy is exchanged between individuals. In Kemet, people were very understanding and very knowledgeable of magic. They didn't call it magic, they called it something else. Okay? But they knew what it was. There was magic in everything. Magic in putting seeds in the ground. That's energy exchange. The magic of shaking someone's hand. That's energy exchange. So basically, what is magic? It's the point in between when energy is exchanged. It's that moment of the void. That's what magic lives for. So let's get back, and I'm going to read some from my notes. I'm talking from my heart and I'm talking from my notes, from both, a mixture. So, magic is the art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with will, Crowley said. Simple and profoundly misused. The will in question isn't a passing desire. It is not a mood or a daydream. It's not a wish list. Will in magic is a core alignment between your energetic field, your conscious desire, and your subconscious programming. It is unbroken psychic spear aimed at reality's skull. When will is focused and refined, it pierces. When diluted by fear, fantasy, or contradiction, it disperses into nothing. Thus, magic is an energetic weapon, a psychological ritual, a spiritual negotiation, a cosmic act of engineering. Now, we'll get into this engineering more when we talk about entities. Metaphysical engineering. What is called mental technology. You use mental technology every day. That's what magic is. It's a technology. But you don't know you use a mental technology. The act of speaking is a mental technology. At one time, humans did not speak. It's the act of manifesting what's inside you, outside of you, whether it's emotions, thoughts, ideas, telling someone how you feel about someone, whether it's positive or negative. All emotions are important and all emotions are needed. Emotions are energy, nothing more, nothing less. And those people that say, oh, I don't have emotions, well, that's great. I'm glad you don't have emotions. You'll be easily destroyed because you can't fight back. Which is another form of, what did I say? Bullshit. Everyone has emotions. They're just weak and scared and trying to scare you by saying, oh, I don't have emotions. Yes, you do. Everyone has emotions. And I've heard some other unicorn fart bullcrap today. I don't have any water in my chart. God, people are so stupid. Astrology, tarot card reading has been bastardized by this love and light community bullshit. There I go using that word again. Bullshit. Because it's all bullshit. Everything you've ever been taught is basically a lie. You don't know the truth. Oh, I hear you now. Oh, but you know the truth. I'm privy to some things. I don't know everything. But I do know that if you grew up in the United States of America and you went to public school, you're brainwashed. And you're programmed to think a certain way. It's called culture. Culture is programming. Oh, you thought I was going conspiracy. No, I'm speaking facts. Culture is programming. It's living the will of the people you live around. It's the most dangerous thing you can fall into. Most people live the will of their parents. Look at the Christian community. Most people grow up under the Christian community, as I did, unfortunately. I escaped that programming, that pattern, because in magic everything is a pattern, energetic pattern. If you're trying to learn magic and you're trying to become an apprentice and actually control and manipulate your reality, you need to learn what a pattern is and an energetic pattern. Everything is an energetic pattern in this reality. You need to learn that where thought goes and attention goes, it channels energy. And you can do things with this. You can make your life better. You can do self-help if you want to, if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not really into the self-help community. Yes, I do use magic to make my life better. I use what are called metaphysical engineering to make my life better, which you can do if you have the ability and know what you're doing. That's magic. So let's continue. The ingredients of real magic. Let's break down what makes magic, well, magic. 1. Belief. Belief is the fuel. It is psychological currency of the field. You don't need to believe in every system you use, but you must believe in your right to use it. Belief programs the subconscious, which is the projector of your reality. Belief systems are not static truths. They are modular. Software for shaping probabilities. Basically, magic makes probabilities happen. That's one way of looking at it. Whether you are a chaos magician, a necromancer, which I do dabble in chaos magic too. I'm not just one thing. I mix a few things. And if you make your own form of magic, it's more powerful than following someone else's. Creativity and imagination is your friend. I hope you still have it. Were you able to salvage yours through into adulthood? Or did you let them kill it? That's what you have to ask yourself. Only you know. The thing about the left-hand path, it's a dark path, not in the fact that there's demons, Satan, and Lucifer, and all this crap the church wants you to believe. They want you to believe that so you don't find your real power, which is inside you. It is a dark, shadowy path because it makes you face the things that you're afraid of. As a person who's walked through the abyss and came out unharmed, 11 years, if you understand black magic numerology, 11 is big in black magic. 10 is completion, but 11 is the bastard child that makes it black. We are brotherhoods. We are the brotherhood of the inversion. We invert universe A into universe B as it's supposed to be. Now, I will make more videos and more talks on what the difference between universe A and universe B is. Stay tuned for more. All right, so now we move on to will. As stated, will is the directed energy charged behind the act. It is the signal your soul sends through the field. Magic that lacks will is aesthetic performance. Magic with will can kill a timeline. Now, timeline magic is basically what you're in when you make a decision. Should you take the fast Uber or the slow Uber? Should I fly or should I take a ship? That's messing with timelines. And what option you choose affects your timeline and your reality and the energy that you're charged with at that moment. Number 3, symbolism. Reality speaks in symbols. Language, dreams, numbers, gestures, and glyphs are how the mind shapes the non-physical. Magicians use sigils, spoken word, physical tools, color, geometry, metaphor to compress their intent into form. These symbols are keys to unlock the gates of the subconscious and the grid of the multiverse. Okay, so if you are living in the United States against your will, magic has been done on you. I hate to tell you this, but wake up. I am a death magician. I am all about destruction and the obliteration of what is not true. So I will tell you true. What's truth? The golden arches at McDonald's, that is a sigil. Burger King's logo, that is a sigil. Starbucks, that is a sigil. All these sigils are in your mind charging and you didn't even know that. Well, hopefully you paid attention in brainwashing camp called public education, and you listen to their stories about the founding fathers. What they didn't tell you everything deeply is they were Masons, Freemasons. They understood consciousness. They understood geometry and geometrical magic. That's where the altar gets involved, when you deal with geometrical magic. The placements of things on altars, they're just symbols. The actual physical thing does not have any power. It's a symbol, it's a sigil. What has the power is your subconscious, and what it unlocks when you put it on the altar becomes alive. In the shape that you put it in, the number, and the combination of how you put it and where you put it, left, right, triangular, square, 2, 3, or 4, determines on what energy it has. And this happens in society too. It's called ley lines. The Masons knew where the ley lines were. That's why Washington, D.C. is where it is. That's why those monuments are where they are. They're built on what are called ley lines, energetic patterns of the earth. Anytime you have a monument to a dead person, you have death energy there. Energy of endings, that's what death is, the 13th card of the tarot. It has nothing to do with your physical life, it just means something is ending. Death writes endings, that's it. You have no say over it. When something ends, it dies. Energy, number 4. Magic requires current. It rides the bloodstream of the universe. Your emotions, sexual energy, voice, breath, movement, and sacrifice all become vectors of transmission without energetic charge. Your rituals are just cosplay if you don't understand energy. Most quote-unquote ceremonial magicians are a bunch of retards running around in hoods with the magical props, not doing nothing but being retards. Don't be a retard. Don't do ceremonial magic. Stay away from right-hand path lies. Yes, their balance is needed, but it's lies. Unless you enjoy that kind of bullshit. Ritual. Ritual is not about candles and robes. Though candles are important, definitely needed on the altar. Candles are a tool. They're not there for aesthetics for fucking Pinterest. Colors have a reason. It's called correspondence. Candles are the way you can communicate how the energy in your body is flowing. Right side is out, that's masculine energy. Left side is inside, that's feminine energy. Same thing on your body. Right side projects outward, the left side projects inward. That's occult anatomy. I can make videos on that if you want that too. Just let me know down in the red basket if you made it this far. We're almost 30 minutes into this video, and this lecture is just moving along. That's the energy. What you're feeling is the black flame energy. Death, change, illusion removal. Metatron energy. That's what Metatron does. If you integrate Metatron, which I do not recommend you do that at this moment. If you have not worked with energy, it probably won't even work because it'll slap you on your ass. Metatron destroys all illusions. That's what the left-hand path does. Self-deification, realizing everything you've been told your whole life is a lie, and that you are a god. Not that you're part of, oh, I'm part of the universe, everybody's connected, and no. This is not archetype talking. This is not symbolic. This is not any other of love and light bullshit that you need. This is primal truth that you are a fucking god. But the universe is not just gonna let you have it. You gotta earn it. I don't know if it's gonna happen in this lifetime or the next lifetime. The universe doesn't respond to prayers. Praying is a waste of time. It's begging, it's pleading, oh God, you're outside my body. Please give me what I want. Please, Jesus, help me. Jesus is nothing but an egregore. Get that through your thick skull. A thought form that was created to control and manipulate through fear to steal your energy. That's why understanding energy is very important in black magic. If you don't understand energy and how energy moves and what energy is, you're wasting your fucking time. Click off the video if you don't want to understand that. It's like trying to learn how to drive a car without a gas pedal or a steering wheel. And that brings me to another rant. This whole, oh, I'm not going to label anything, it's just a human construct. Well, no fucking shit, it's a human construct. So is a pencil and a toilet, but you still use those things. The dumbassery in the spiritual community is over. It's just fucking ridiculous. That's enough. You got too many people out here with quote unquote, I hate this word, platforms. This is my platform. This is my platform. You don't have a platform. You're part of the algorithm. It's an illusion. You just think you have a platform. No one gives a shit about what you have to say. No one gives a shit about what I have to say. And personally, I don't care if you do. It's just my will to create this channel and get this information out there. If you take it or don't, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. I'm doing my will. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. My soul's journey. And my soul's journey doesn't involve your acceptance of natural law, of magic. That's the truth. But in this plastic society that has been built by social media, everyone's afraid to offend somebody. Afraid of losing money. Fear, fear, fear. Well, fuck you, fear. And fuck the people that try to hold you down. What is your will? What are you living for? What do you feel inside that makes you alive? Me? What makes me feel alive inside is doing magic, destructing reality, learning the code. In one of my videos, it states, reality is not hidden. It's in a code. That's it. It's right there in front of you. You just got to be smart enough to be able to read the code. Put your phone down, get off Instagram, and sit there and fucking think. Stop looking for permission. I was scoundering the shitholes of YouTube, finding some of this crap. Spiritual teachings. This one guy, I don't even want to say his name because he's a fucking idiot. I'm not a black magician anymore. I don't do with titles. Well, motherfucker, you signed a pact with Lucifer. This idiot said this in his videos. Put all his information out there. 20 years old, definitely. Shouldn't be practiced touching magic. Back in the old system, There was ages before you started learning this stuff. There's certain things you need to experience in your life, understand how to integrate before you start working with energy. But everybody wants everything now because that's what you've been told to you. You are under someone else's spell. You use ChatGPT, you are operating under the will of OpenAI. You use YouTube, you're operating under the will of YouTube. You use Facebook, you're operating under the will of Facebook. What does that mean? You follow their fucking will and their rules. Yes, I understand what I'm doing, but I'm conscious of it, and I know how to play the system, so therefore I am not affected by it. And you can be too if you understand what's going on. You need to be conscious of what you do. That's the first stage of magic. You can't control your emotions, but you can control how you react to them. The universe is just not going to let you have this power. Oh, you're speaking crazy. I'm speaking crazy now. No, I'm speaking as someone that has gnosis. That's the problem with society. You got a bunch of fucking loudmouths, talking heads that know everything but have no gnosis. They have no understanding about anything. And see how much money they get? See all these influencers that just have money, and you sit to yourself, why am I working at McDonald's? Or why am I at this job that I hate? And these idiots have it. Because it doesn't matter if you're smart or stupid, it's how the energy flows. And can you manipulate the game? At the heart of it, that's what magic is. It's manipulation. Not manipulation of a person, but a manipulation of your energy field, your aura, to influence other people. Now, yes, you can use magic to manipulate somebody. And if you do that, you're an idiot because you don't understand attraction and your field physics. You don't understand how your energetic field works. If you understand how your energetic fields works, we're on number 4 for energy. You don't need to manipulate. Everything will come to you easier. As soon as you correct an energy inside your system, inside your field, it updates immediately and everything changes in your reality instantly. You don't have to wait. But that's where our next word comes in, ritual. Ritual. Ritual is not about candles and robes. Ritual is about compressed actions. It's time, space, intent organized into a signal powerful enough to break probability, inertia. It teaches your subconscious that a shift is happening. Done properly, ritual locks the change into a fabric of reality. 3 things of creation: consciousness, intent, and will. Now, I know people say it differently. What do you mean by consciousness? Well, you're conscious, you're here, you're realizing what you're doing, you're not in zombie mode. Most people walk around most of their life in complete zombie mode, have no idea what they're doing or what the fuck's going on. It's called NPC behavior. Grew up in a family full of them. What is NPC behavior? NPCs really exist. It's just not a computer. It's just not a computer term. It's the universe leaking it out. Non-playable characters or people that can't think, that just follow the rules. We all know people like that. Go to school, get good grades, don't question anything, follow the system. Go to college, get a job, graduate, pay your debt, pay everything on time, have kids, live and die. Don't add nothing. Not for ego's sake, but just for the sake of making things better. That's an NPC. You're probably one right now. I was never one. And I'm not bragging, I just was never wired that way. I was always wired for rebellion, left-hand path stuff, fuck the system, fuck you. Punk rock all the way. I don't have to listen to you. No, you're wrong. No, reality actually works like this. That's how I was. Most people are not. All right, what magic actually does. So magically actually reprograms your subconscious to act as a reality filter and attractor. Redirects energy from people, places, systems, or events. You can use magic to collapse timelines, open alternate ones. You can curse, bless, heal, destroy, protect. It amplifies archetypes and broadcasts new identities into your field. If you don't know what an archetype is, I say you use a dictionary and YouTube, look that up, because archetypes are very important in magic. I can make a video on that, but that's not the place right now. Changes your relationship to symbols, spirits, time, death, and the self. You create servitors, egregores, daemons, and other energetic constructs to serve your will. Parts of you, that's what these are. It's not demons, it's daemons. And daemon is something else. Look up the etymological definition of that. Basically a divine teacher. That's what a daemon is. It's not something with the horns. Magic is field engineering, meaning your aura. Not the, oh, your aura's a little blue today because I'm a little sad. No. Your magic, you affects your field, affects your reality, and your life is the output. You choose what you choose your life. You can either do it consciously or unconsciously. There's absolutely many ways to understand about how you choose your life. You choose the best way that fits you. That's what you should do. What does your will? If your life isn't changing, your magic isn't working. Magic changes your life. So there's systems of magic, not religions. These are not religions. I do not worship anything. I do not bow down to a god. I do not give anything offerings. I say fuck you to all the gods. That's the way I believe. And that's the way I follow. That's my philosophy. There's no gods, no managers, me. I'm responsible for everything that happens, good and bad, in my life. Full responsibility. Full accountability. This is why the left-hand path is scary. Very, very scary. Because it makes you take accountability for what you've done and what you haven't done. It holds you accountable for it. Work with daemons. Work with daemons and see what happens. I don't advise it. I've worked with the goetic demons. Best thing I ever did, but I was ready for it. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for to be shown the shittiest things about your life? Are you ready to be shown how weak you are so you can make it stronger? Destroy the weakness within you? You have to ask yourself that. Why are you doing this? Why are you listening to this video? Why are you at my channel? Why are you searching for black magic? What are you trying to find? The magic's not going to give you power just to give you power. It will work for a little bit, but there's fail-safe systems involved too. The fail-safe will knock you on your ass when your ego gets out of line. So there are many forms of magic, but they are not belief systems. They are toolkits, and here are a few. Number one, very famous, very popular. People talk about a lot. Chaos magic. Belief as a tool. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Sigils, servitors, rituals drawn from pop culture or personal myth. Ideal for reality hackers who understand that consciousness shapes form. Chaos magic is powerful. It really helps you pull energy and understand how energy works in different systems. You can build different entities. Like I previously stated, I don't use just one system. I don't stick to one system, just like chaos magic, ceremonial magic, or this. All right, so then we have ceremonial magic, high structure, planetary alignments, angelic keys, sacred geometry, often descends from Hermeticism, Kabbalah, and the Golden Dawn. Useful for formal work, but bloated with ego and unnecessary rules. That is ceremonial magic. It's bullshit, basically. The system is screwed up. Everyone that does ceremonial magic basically goes crazy. Look at Crowley. Look at all those people from the Golden Dawn. Look what happened. Black magic. Death, sex, blood, and fire. Power at any cost. Shadows turned into weapons. Sovereignty, destruction, reversal, seduction, domination. Taboo breaking as an initiation rite. Black magic is powerful because it bends reality. White magic does not bend reality. The reason why they go crazy is because they're mixing white and black and calling it gray. You don't mix the two, you choose one and you stay there. If you want to think some god is outside your body and you want to worship him and be someone's bitch, then go ahead. That's not for me because I'm not someone's bitch. I command reality. I don't beg and plead and ask for please give me this. I say give me this or I'm gonna fuck it out of you. That's what you gotta be like. That's black magic. And then techno magic. Techno magic is definitely becoming more popular here now with the advent of the internet in the past 20, 30 years. Computers everywhere. It's reality bending through code, AI, electromagnetic fields, and digital symbols. Uses algorithms as rituals, data as spell ingredients, connects quantum computing logic to energetic sovereignty. So how can people say, how can you use techno magic? Well, here's a little fact there, my little magicians. If it came out of the human mind, the mind of man or woman, and it's in physical reality, say a pair of socks, a computer, even a dildo, your consciousness can connect to it. Why would you want to connect your consciousness to a dildo? Well, there's probably a couple of reasons I could think of. But anything that's created from the mind of man is connected and can be used magically. Try finding that in a book of affirmations. All right, next one, shamanic magic. Many more systems than this. This is just some few introductory ideas. Shamanic magic, ancestral communication, nature spirits, elemental alliances, time folding, dream walking, portal shifting, rooted in primal access to non-human intelligences. So those are 5 types of magic. There's so many types of magic. Moon magic, death magic, water magic, sex magic, fire magic, scrying, divination, tarot magic, all types of magic. All right, now let's talk about the role of archetypes and identity. Archetypes are software patterns that govern behavior and energy. When you step into the seducer, warrior, or judge archetype, you broadcast that frequency. So basically, think of an energetic lattice. It's an energetic lattice system, a pattern of energy. Archetypes can be layered, programmed, deconstructed, or summoned. Identity is your energetic broadcast signature. Magic modifies it. Changing your name, appearance, tone, movement, or voice alters your spell field. That is not psychological fantasy, it's field warfare. If you actually understand archetypical magic, you can shift the energy in a room. The magicians in Kemet used to do that. You just gotta know how. All right, common myths and lies. Myth number 1, magic is evil. Truth, magic is neutral. Like a knife, it can heal or kill. Myth 2, you need permission or initiation. Truth, your initiation is your birth and your trauma. Your will is your license. Myth 3, you need tools, candles, or a full moon. Truth, your voice, your mind, and your body, your pain are all tools. Myth 4, magic takes years of training. Truth, training helps, but power responds to congruence, not time served. Myth 5, magic is only for certain bloodlines or cultures. Truth, magic is universal. It wears many masks, but it bleeds through all systems. Number 8, magic and death. Death is not the end, it is a gate. All magic is death magic in disguise. You are killing an old version of yourself every time you cast. Death gods, ancestors, spirits of the underworld, and shadow archetypes hold keys most systems ignore. To wield magic is to become familiar with death. Death of the identity, death of patterns, death of relationships, and timelines. If you start doing magic, you'll see people will leave that you thought were never going to leave. That's you upgrading, cutting off energetic lattice that you don't need anymore. Getting rid of what doesn't serve you. You run the goetic demons and this is going to happen. You're going to lose a lot of things. Definitely everything that's false will die. Guaranteed. Money back guaranteed. You run the goetic gauntlet. That's a good name for a program, the goetic gauntlet. Your physical body will change. You'll get sick. You'll purge off all the bullshit that doesn't suit you. It will be hard. It will suck balls. Not gonna bullshit you. This is not love and light. This is not good. Everything's gonna be happy. No, you're messing with forces, demonic forces that will rip the weakness from your flesh, pull it out from you, and make you strong. That's the whole point of doing magic. It's not to get Susie to fuck you, which is nothing wrong with that. If that's your goal, as long as you're being honest. Honest with yourself. What's your will? What do you want? Not what your parents want, not what your grandmothers want, not what your retarded teachers want, not even what the fuck I want. It's what you want. That's what matters. And if you're lucky and if you're cursed, you'll learn to eat death and live, like I did. Sovereignty is the real goal of magic, especially black magic. I don't really know about white magic because I don't take time to study it. I know a little bit about it, but I really don't care. I just know what it is by the inversion of black magic. And people say, well, why don't you open your mind? Because you have to watch where you attach your energy. And I don't attach my energy to bullshit. I don't hang around bullshit. I'm a lone wolf. The worst kind of person you can ever meet. The person that's not afraid to be by himself. As a matter of fact, I prefer it sometimes. I have my needs, I get them met, then I go be by myself. Whether I'm in my temple or wherever I'm at. To be alone is to learn. You can't learn when you're on your phone or you're hanging out with people that are sucking your energy, wasting your time. All right, sovereignty, the real goal of magic. Sovereignty means you own your mind, you speak your reality. You are not a puppet of gods, trends, or old programming. You dismantle illusions and build worlds. Magic is the practice of becoming your own god, not worshiping another. Sovereignty is not being alone, it's being undominated. Don't let people push you around. Why your magic isn't working yet. This is very important. You don't believe in your own power could be one. You haven't aligned your identity with your intent is another one. You're leaking energy through doubt, distraction, or fear, which is a lot of people's main problem. You're mimicking ritual instead of forging your own. You're afraid to destroy what needs to die. Fix these and your magic will become visible. So how do we move forward? Magic is not the belief. It is not a hobby. It's not a religion. It's not something you just dabble in. I've seen it on the internet. I'm dabbling in black magic. The fuck you ain't. You've already initiated yourself and you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You're messing around with energy. You have no idea. This is not Toys R Us. Magic is a living operating system of cause and effect, wielded through will. It requires precision, courage, curiosity, pain, and fire. This is not safe. This is primal. Magic did not come from positivity, love, and light bullshit. Those are lies. You did not come to Earth to go back to source. That is a lie. You came here to enjoy and understand mundane physicality. That means to eat, drink, fuck, do whatever you want in physicality. As long as you do not impede on the will of others and you obey your will, you follow your will. That's what it means to do thy will. To do what you will doesn't mean to do what you want. You have to figure out what your will is. My will is to create this video, to create this channel, to create this information and teach. Your will right now at this moment, if you're listening to this video, if you made it this far, thank you, is to listen. We can get more into that later. And if you do this right, if you follow everything right, everything changes. Your trauma becomes your power. Your story becomes your spell. Your life becomes your altar. You stop living by default and you start living and writing your own fucking reality. Not what your mom wanted, not what your dad wanted, not what your grandmother wanted, not your fucking church either. All that will fall away. You are not here to follow rules. You are here to bend them until they scream. If you want a safe path, go back to church. If you want results, burn the old gods and start from your own. Start from your own bones. This is magic. This is real magic. Now go write your signal. Black Flame Signal out. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you made it this far into the video, you deserve an award. I'm out.